You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Alright, we're back. The final day of our culinary school adventures, and we're pretty much in. We're in with Colonel Sanders. If you haven't seen the previous 2 days, go check them out. I uploaded one on Wednesday, and I uploaded part 1 on Monday. So if you haven't seen those, watch those first, because otherwise you're not going to know what's going on here. Okay? But to make a long story short, we got it with Colonel Sanders. All we got to do is pull the final trigger. All right? We have it in our hands. We got it. All right. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. How are these college students? Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. He's got a point. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? And it's not a student. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Look at her. Look at Ashley. And she's like, ooh, is that Colonel Sanders? Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Bailey, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure they'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What are you doing? Compliment? Dude, don't get jealous. Don't get jealous. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Bailey. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Yeah, dude. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of what? I don't believe in that magic stuff. A what? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if they weren't really powerful? Good point. I can think of one surefire way to find out. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it'll erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Why are we jumping to such crazy conclusions? What? I mean, I get it. It was kind of shitty of him to, have that emotional connection with you and then walk to class with Ashley. But, we're just going to erase him from our memory? He'll still be at the school. You'll still see him. And it'll be just like the same, it'll be just like the first time that you saw him. You'll just be distracted again. Thank you, Miriam. That is way too drastic. You do not have a good excuse to try it out. Don't do it, you freaking idiot. Okay, time for class. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. And how can I miss me when I'm right here? Aw. Every time I blink, you go away again. Okay, he's kind of dumb. Yeah, what happened? Let's talk about it in front of the class. Got her in trouble. Okay, we're gonna skip over this part, who cares? Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. Yep. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Time approaches. See you all in the arena. There's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Why are we going through this right now? Can I just get to the competition? We're just gonna get to the competition. Unless something happens between right now and the competition, I'm just gonna skip through. Alright, we're practicing before the final exam. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Bailey's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Bailey, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualization, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. Why are you think about the night that you just had with him? This game is making irrational decisions for me, and I don't like it! Fess up about your practice dish, bro. He's gonna love it. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all-butter crust. Is there more than chicken pot pie? What other kind of pot pies are there? I suppose there has to be, otherwise it would just be called a pot pie. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no, I could smell that it was made from the heaping help of TLC. Tender love and care. The moment of truth. Wow. Wow. That looks like a good chicken pot pie. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe, registered trademark fried chicken thing. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10. Sure, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend's bastard blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops up a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clink gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English? That's what I was thinking. It's a singularity. It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance surprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Wait, Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. She's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? Oh no. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? We gotta do it the hard way. Because if you remember, was it episode 1? The cook-off with Ashley? No, it was episode 2. The cook-off with Ashley. We tried to do it the easy way, and that's why our hand is injured. But doing it the hard way is the best way. That's what Colonel Sanders said. We're gonna do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way, he said out loud to himself. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Bailey. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you feelings since we were little kids because I'm your best friend forever. You turn and notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. But this... Miriam! The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens. And oh no, it's going to turn into another monster, isn't it? It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? See, the spork monster notices that you've got the book stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Ha ha, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in the pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it's probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. You suffered a huge setback. You don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power deep down within yourself, give up and drop out of... Give up and drop out of culinary school? Really? Right now? You just... Why is our only reaction when good or bad stuff happens is just to leave the room? Just to leave, just to run away. We're going to summon extra power from deep within ourselves. I can do this, I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Bill, you're the Okay, before I was feeling bad for you, but I'm in the middle of something right now. You're driving my inspiration miles, sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepping their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, the chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven. It can't be served. But don't worry, dear Bailey. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches, as I do. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up. You're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been really my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy, for sure. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, some unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up. You must now prepare to present your dishes. We're missing some students. Pop, clank. 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It's been a long semester. All 3 days. 3 whole days, yeah. But after days of work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. What? Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from the baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Okay, what's the next one? A+. Great. You're welcome. What did Van make? Uni over smooth egg, custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Dang. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back and his tongue's poked and prodded. Have an allergic reaction to the sting. Disqualified. Van goes and does not go gentle into the night. For glamour? This isn't the last you've heard of me. Alright, next one. Next student, Ashley. Describe your dish. Orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue. Meringue. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and is meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food yet at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Bailey? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. And did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-face routine. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley stormed off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. Alright. Colonel Sanders. Oh, me and Colonel Sanders. The final cooks step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Swooey. A literal drum roll, please. You give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Does that include Van and Ashley? I hope not. They'll seem to transcend the reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon the mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, everyone has graduated. The students return to the one last assignment to get their groove on. Alright, we're decorated, massive high-tech, cool arena. DJ Dog is in the house. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Oh. Not another haunting. Can we just get this guy's name? He was never dead. He was never dead. It's a spork monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer to call everyone by my new name, Party Monster. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found her love in cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Oh. It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed you directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for your school's deed. He's the kid of the dean. Will you be my lady king? An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. Only get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. But thank you for not being a gold digger, Miriam. I appreciate that. So many 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt when they watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie dokie. You took it well. Okay. Where is Colonel Sanders? I am Clank. I'm not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I feel like I knew this the whole time. Great. Where's Colonel Sanders? Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Hey, he's just in a t-shirt. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. It's time. It's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Okay, I guess you got a point. The end? No, I was gonna say, we didn't even... The dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Bailey? I couldn't help but wonder, was our final exam team-up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Extends his hand to you. You feel a surge of energy jump off the tips of your fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth. Fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked under buttermilk and dusted with exotic spices. But they do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. Though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner, in both business and in life? You gasp. Could it be? Is he really saying? Me and you? Together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So, what do you say, partner? I say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. I love you, Colonel Sanders. The end. Wow. Whoa, are we back at the beginning? Does it just restart? Wow. What a game. What a game. Well, what a happy ending as well. Happy ending. We ended up with Colonel Sanders. We are part of the KFC empire as it stands today. And we are his business partner, his loving partner, and wow, we did it. We did it. That is all I have for this series of Valentine's Day episodes. If you watched all three of them, thank you so much for watching the Valentine's Week special. If you did not watch all three of them, go back and watch the first two so you actually know what was going on in this episode. But that is all I have. That is all I have. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, join the journey. And I will see you all in a few days on Monday. We're going to get back into our normal uploading schedule. So, with that being said, thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.